Former President Trump took to Truth Social this morning to say Republicans in Congress should defund the Department of Justice and defund the FBI. He says Democrats have weaponized law enforcement. Let's bring in Nicole Parker, a former FBI agent. And Nicole joins us now. You left the agency because it became too political. What do you think about defunding the FBI?
You know, I served with honor to the best of my ability when I was a special agent with the FBI. And there are some issues, and there just seemed to be a continuous pattern of politicization at the FBI, starting from the top and trickling down to the field offices. I served in the Miami division, and it just became overwhelming. It became difficult to do our jobs. Those of us that weren't even working politically related investigations were feeling the effects of those that were. And I just made the difficult decision to walk away. I just felt like I could make a stronger impact in this country somewhere else. And many of my former colleagues, they feel the same as I do. And unfortunately, they're not in the position to speak up. There are many, many hard workers at the FBI that are not politicized, that are trying to do the right thing. And they need their pensions, frankly. And why should they be punished because the FBI's turned so political when they're at the tail end of their careers?
Very good
question. So I do want to make that, that differentiation. There are still great FBI agents trying to hold the line, but the politicization is overwhelming. The difference in how they handle certain investigations at the FBI, you look at the action versus inaction. And that is very apparent, and frankly, it is not good. It can undermine our democracy when it appears that one side of the political spectrum is continuously being investigated, but yet the other side, complete inaction. It can't be that way.
You worked a lot on white-collar crimes. All right, what makes the New York arraignment and the New York case different?
You know, I read through the indictment. I think that there's a reason that we're hearing that DOJ in the Southern District of New York had declined this case for prosecution. As I read through it, I'm always putting myself in the shoes of the person who'd be charging it. Would I find a reasonable prosecutor, as we've heard, who would be willing to charge this case? And based on the fact pattern, I don't believe that I would be able to do that. There's a series of flaws. The statute of limitation in and of itself seems to have expired. Again, this is not a federal case, so I'm not trying to speak to the DA when I was an FBI agent in the federal system, but the criminal justice system is the same, regardless. And I just felt like there were many flaws. Just because the case has a lot of counts, that might appear intimidating, but when the counts aren't strong counts, it's a weak case.
Yeah,
when you don't know the underlying crime that you are being accused of, that's a problem.
And we're beginning to hear a lot more about that, too, a very weak case. Nicole Parker, thank you very much for joining us this morning with your expertise. We appreciate it. I hope to see you again soon.